So we've gotten the best news we've gotten in the past 5 years when it comes to Call of Duty lately. We have open communication about the matchmaking, which will probably at least explain what skill-based matchmaking is and how it works. Sledgehammer finally got the green light. I'm not sure if that's from the Microsoft acquisition or what, but it's nice to see. We have a great-looking Season 1 roadmap. We do. Look at this. This looks good. We got like kill streaks, perks, or perk vests or whatever. If you compare it to Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2's Season 1 roadmap, it's night and day. But sadly, it's too good to be true because I have some stuff that I can't even begin to comprehend. I'll show you after a brief word from this video's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Opera GX. This has to be my favorite browser ever, and the people that made this are geniuses. I love browsing the internet, and I'm also a bit of a control freak, so I love Opera GX for just the amount of customization and control it actually gives me. My favorite thing being the GX Control Center. This is amazing. So with this, you can multitask and you can game at the same time and not have to sacrifice any sort of game performance when doing so. I love this feature because of the network limiter as well, so you can protect your bandwidth and keep it where you want it, which is the video game or your stream, whatever. And just to show you like how great it actually is, here is Google Chrome and here is Opera GX, and you can see Opera GX is just trouncing it when it comes to not being a resource hog. Opera GX also has the GX store, so you can install custom themes and skins to just make your browsing a little bit spicier. And these themes have background music, keyboard sounds, etc., and all of them can be customized to your preferences. I'm going to install the OG Modern Warfare 3 theme. You guys are going to love this. Check this out.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time. Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
You guys know what I hate more than anything? Flashbangs in video games. Can't stand them. I also hate them when they're in real life on the websites I visit. Opera GX comes with the amazing Force Dark Pages feature, so you can darken every bright, blinding flashbang website out there. Do yourself a favor, turn this on and save your eyeballs. So thanks to Opera GX for sponsoring this video, and you can use my link below to download Opera GX today. So click that link in the pinned comment or video description. Get Opera GX right now. Alright guys, welcome back to the video here. I don't even really know where to begin other than this communication with Sledgehammer and Activision and stuff is nice, but I really want them to talk about this because I feel like this whole talk about SBMM thing might be a red herring to cover all this up. And that might sound really dramatic, tinfoil hat stuff, but I don't care. It's just odd that we find these AI bots in the game, or we find rumors at least of them in the game, and then Sledgehammer comes out with this like, oh, we're gonna talk about skill-based matchmaking. It's like it's a way to distract us or something. Let me just get into this though. In a previous video, I gave you guys a lot of evidence, but unfortunately, a lot of the evidence I'm collecting can either be disproven because I got something wrong, I'm like one guy trying to find something that's just not supposed to be found, or it could be explained away by just glitches and bugs. You know, these games are glitchy, they're buggy, weird stuff can happen, you could play with like people using Cronus scripts or whatever, all that stuff. It's really hard to prove that someone is a bot when the company isn't telling you, hey, there's bots in multiplayer, and they're not telling us that. There's nothing wrong with bots in multiplayer when they're implemented to fill a gap, but I don't know why they're in Call of Duty here except to manipulate our experience, and that's the issue I have. So this screenshot, why am I keeping this screenshot up on the screen right now? Well, this is from Reddit as of a few days ago, and it's this guy trying to play hardcore free-for-all on Skid Row. And hardcore free-for-all, I imagine, is not a very populated game mode. This game's brand new, and I noticed that if I tried to play the Modern Warfare 2 Mosh Pit playlist, it would take quite a while, and my ping would go pretty high before it found anything. So this game's probably not doing that great player retention-wise and just player-base-wise in general. Do you notice anything weird about this lobby? It's very clear that the people in it, I mean, if we look to the upper right here at the player list, they're just not real. These people are not real. And I don't know what else to say other than these are the most like generic fake names I have ever seen. So let's check out the text that comes along with this image to give some context here. This guy says, I won my first hardcore free-for-all game with bots on a public lobby. Not joking. He says, not only the nicks are obviously from bots, Golden, Vodka, Zodiac, but in the game, all of them were running like a headless chicken. If you have played hardcore free-for-all once in your life, you know that nobody runs in FFA. Even one of them were running with a knife. Thank you, Activision, for the win. There's more to it, though. There's more images to it. I mean, he's got, like, the kill feed here. And it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre. Still, though, you could explain this away. You could say, like, oh, it's just people with bot names and they're just having some fun. You know, it's still not definitive proof. And it's easy to mess up what's definitive and what's not, what you think is definitive and what's not. In my last video about the AI bots, I said like the Activision IDs had something to do with it. I don't think they do, like the number ID at the end. That's more to do with Activision names that aren't changed ever from the start. If you never change it, your ID, number ID won't be shown at the end or something. I don't know. It's just a bunch of glitches, you know, can make you think like something weird's going on. Percy's joining my lobby. That could have just been a glitch. The guy, a non-guy on my friends list could have been a glitch. It's just, you get kind of paranoid and you look too hard for things, and it could just be something else, you know, but I don't really know how to explain this. You can't explain it away, I guess, as just a weird coincidence, but it gets worse. We have video footage of things that simply cannot be refuted, and if you denied the existence of bots and you said there's no way, take off your tinfoil hat, please someone explain these two videos I'm going to show you from two different people, okay? So this guy is just searching for a match. I'm not sure the game type he's playing, we'll see in a sec, but he's just searching for a match here, and I got something similar to this from someone completely different. And my theory is this: 100% there are bots that will fill the matchup in multiplayer if there aren't like a lot of people in the playlist, or the match can't fill out for whatever reason, like maybe there's some server error, some server bug or whatever. We know there's a lot of packet bursts going on and stuff. And this guy's named Demon Juice just for funsies, by the way. He's not actually a bot, but he's a real person, as far as I know. But yeah, something must have messed up. Did you catch those names in the player list at the start? Just look at this. Again, I can't explain it. I literally cannot explain it. And this isn't an isolated incident. You might be thinking this might be some one-time thing. It's not. I mean, if you saw the names, something is clearly wrong. Those are clearly bots. They're just like randomly generated names or whatever. Now, it's going to get really weird in just a second here because you're seeing all this. You know, this guy just killing all these people. But look at this. I'm just going to stop talking.
I'm fading here. On your 6. I saw the light.
So all of this should just speak for itself. How they move in unison is incredibly creepy, by the way. And you're gonna notice something really weird here. The game just glitches out and everyone leaves. And what are the reports of bots, like singular bots? What have been those reports? Do you recall? I'll fill you in if you're like new here or you've forgotten. People will say that bots will come in, melt them, or get melted by the enemy team and then leave before the match ends. Look at this. What in the hell was that? Can anyone explain that? Please. I want to be wrong here. I don't make these videos saying like, hey, I think there's bots in the multiplayer and I think they're sabotaging the outcome of the matches and making them more even than they should be. Or perhaps, you know, dead weighting somebody who's doing too good or whatever. I don't want that to be true because I have to play this game for a fucking living. I don't want that to be true. I want you to disprove me. So this guy loads into the match here, and it's very clear that something's glitched out in this lobby because his SMG's not loading, so he can shoot but like it looks like he's holding a minigun or something. It gets weirder though. You might be thinking, well, that's pretty weird, but they'll tell me there's more bots. Yeah, they are. I mean, it's clear as day. It's clear as day they are bots. Just look at this. You could say like somebody handed off the controller to their little brother. You could say it's some script to keep moving so you don't get kicked in a multiplayer match. It's like this guy doesn't even exist in the lobby and the AI can't like pick him up. You see? Are you seeing this? Someone please. I want an explanation. That's all I want. I had two people send me, like two different people send me the same thing basically, but with different names, different bot names, different playlists even. I know it's probably Rust 24/7, but Rust 24/7 and then Hardcore Rust 24/7. And again, some people might be saying, well, this isn't like a weird thing, you know? They put bots in Fortnite, they put bots in other games and stuff like that, like Dead by Daylight, there's bots, for example. But the difference is there's a reason that the bots are put into those games. For example, in Fortnite, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't play Fortnite, I think they're in Fortnite to help new players out. They'll put bots in the game to help new players who aren't good at all get some kills, right? Like they'll be just in bot lobbies and not know it. Correct me if I'm wrong there, I actually have never played Fortnite, so I don't know. In Dead by Daylight, there's no drop-in matchmaking, for example, so if somebody rage quits, like a survivor rage quits, they'll get replaced by a bot. It's very simple stuff, and you know when the bots are there, as far as I know it in Fortnite. I know you definitely do in Dead by Daylight. It'll say clear as day, like bots. But in Modern Warfare 3 here, there is literally no reason to have bots in the multiplayer. There's no reason. You have drop-in matchmaking. It's how it's always been. For them to put bots in this game, this egregiously, by the way, like it's very clear something messed up and the wool has been pulled off of everyone's collective eyes. You know? How do you dispute this? How do you refute this? How do you explain it? I just don't think you can. Now, if the bots are in these lobbies when something messes up and glitches out in regular multiplayer to fill up the lobby or whatever, then what's to say, and especially since they're not talking about it, what's to say they are not putting these bots into regular matches to make the games as even as possible as part of the SBMM algorithm? Think about it. I noticed this with that OD gameplay. OD joins my team after someone rage quits, dies a lot, the game is dead even. I upload another game with Demon Juice, where Demon Juice is mowing down the enemy, but he's not getting tags at all. And like people could say, oh, well, they just don't play the objective, or oh, they're just, you know, the guy rage quit at the very end when it's like 99 to 99. It makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. Players don't do this. I know players. I know how they play. Nobody, even if they're going like 3-7, will rage quit on a 99 to 99 gameplay. Like if you join in progress, losses don't even count. Why would you rage quit? No one is going to not get a tag going like 63-15 in a lobby if it means a win or a loss. I mean, tell me when I'm telling lies there, you know? And look at this. This match ends basically dead even, further proving my point. They're not limited to just these glitchy matches or whatever where things mess up. They're in the multiplayer. They're legit in the multiplayer. Like they randomly get dropped in. I am convinced to make the matches as even as possible. This is something I noticed. This is something other people noticed before me even. Look at this thing from Reddit. I mean, this is 15 days ago, well before I posted my first video saying something's fishy. This guy says, there are bots everywhere in this game. If you watch the kill cams, you will notice some weird shit taking place, but nobody notices because they skip the kill cams all the time. I just got killed through a wall by an SMG, and some of the aiming skills are off the charts. Like, I noticed in one kill cam, the player or bot literally perfectly aimed at one player and killed them, and then directly aimed dead center onto me at the opposite side of the room without any gun sway or reticle sway, and the reticle even moved perfectly with me like it was a lock-on effect. And as you can see from this guy's thread, like, he didn't get upvoted. People were like, ah, dude, you're crazy or whatever. Then this comes out. You might have seen this clip already in other videos. I know Nero put it in his, but this is from Michael Mori on Twitter. So he gets killed very suspiciously just through the terminal little plane poop chute here, right? Very odd, but it could be like, it could just be something random, except this player on the enemy team that did it, his name was HAL 9000, which is a reference to my favorite movie of all time, which if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it, 2001: A Space Odyssey. He's an AI, HAL 9000 is. But anyway, yeah, he gets this kill, and he only gets 4 kills in this entire game of domination, and that's one of them. So then this guy goes to an actual bot, like private match, and tries to recreate it, and the bot does the same exact thing. It looks the exact same. Yeah, the distances are different, but it's the same thing. Guys, I don't know what to say other than I was right. I'm sure someone out there will try to explain all this away rationally. Good luck. You might say that the people that showed the 2 bot lobbies on Rust or whatever were hackers or something. Maybe you'll say that. But look at this, what I'm showing you here. I mean, I think it's in regular matchmaking. You can't say this is just an all bot lobby even. I truly do think it's in regular matchmaking. I'm just going to show the exact same series of clips again, just so you can see. Like, I truly do think these bots are put into the match when either it can't fill a space, or more nefariously, when they want to make the match as even as possible. I think they want noobs to think they are better than they actually are. I think they want good players to have more quote-unquote sympathy lobbies. It's so manipulated, it makes me sick. It's so manipulated that it's scary. Because think about this. Just think about this. They have not even mentioned skill-based matchmaking. That entire Reddit AMA they did, Sledgehammer did, they could not talk about skill-based matchmaking. They couldn't even acknowledge it. And then all of a sudden, this AI bot thing gets picked up. It starts getting reported on websites like Game Rant and whatnot, who link, you know, my videos, other people's videos pertaining to the matter. And then all of a sudden, hey, let's talk about matchmaking, guys. Let's talk about skill-based matchmaking. It's time. It's literally like it's there to distract us from this. I don't think that's a tinfoil hat theory. After what I have shown you in this video, in previous videos, I don't think that's a tinfoil hat theory. A lot can be explained away. A lot of stuff in my last video can be explained away. They'll say, well, the patent that you showed doesn't mean anything, or, well, the disappearing players and the recent players could be a glitch, or they'll say, well, like, this could just be a bug. It's a bug that they've brought back. And all that, yeah, it could be true. It could be true. Like, all that stuff could be just coincidence. It could be glitches and bugs. These games are so glitchy and buggy, it's hard to tell what's like a glitch, what's a bot, what's a human being anymore. You know, that's just how it is. But I can't even begin to process what I've just shown you. And it is creepy. It is creepy and it's scummy. And this whole skill-based matchmaking, we're going to talk about it now thing, yeah, it looks good on the surface. It really does. But if they don't address this, I'm sorry, I don't believe a goddamn word they say. I just don't. If anyone can just give me some clarity on the situation, I would really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Some parting advice?